So I've been avoiding this dish for over 2 years now. I think it's time I face my fears. Come on, let's get started.
Todo queda sabroso.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Chef Patrick, and today I'm going to be doing a recipe that I've been avoiding for the last 2 years. Today I'm going to be making alcapurrias. So if you don't know what alcapurrias are, they are these green banana fritters that are filled with a picadillo mixture, which is a seasoned ground beef mixture, and it's fried, and it is absolutely delicious. But you're probably asking yourself, why are you so fearful in making this dish? Well, it's not because I'm fearful of actually making the actual recipe. My fear is that these alcapurrias won't turn out like my mom's. Now, I know I've mentioned this before, but my mom is one of the best cooks ever, and my memories of her making pasteles and alcapurrias from scratch and the passion and the flavor that went into it. And I remember saying to myself, man, this is the best thing I've ever eaten. And so with that memory, how can I replicate my mom's alcapurrias? I've hesitated making this dish because I really want to make her proud. And so I'm getting over my fear and I'm taking a big leap, hoping, praying that these alcapurrias turn out at least half as good as my mom's. But before I do that, come with me as we go shopping for the necessary ingredients for this recipe. So we're off to Compare Foods, which is a Latin Hispanic market. It has a wide variety of Hispanic ingredients and products. I got my son Jaden with me on the ride. Okay, so here we have green bananas, or what they call guineo verde, and this is going to be one of the main ingredients for our alcapurria. This is what they call yautia, to be another component for our alcapurria. And we also have some green plantain. I'm going to use 1 green plantain for this dish. I'm also going to pick up a couple more because I'm doing jibarito sandwiches. Video you can also find on our channel. Jay's doing a great job. All right, another key component of this dish is what they call the anato or achiote seed. And basically I'm going to make a oil that is going to color our alcapurria. If you don't have this, you can simply use sazon in the packet, but this has a very distinct flavor and it takes me back, so definitely want to use this. We're also getting some ground beef for the picadillo, the meat filling that goes inside the alcapurria. Okay, so we're back from the market, and I'm going to take my root vegetables, the yautia, the plantain, and the green banana, and I'm going to peel them, wash them, and then puree them in a food processor to make the masa. Okay, again, this is the yautia. What I'm going to do is just trim off the ends. You can see that white tuber, and it's very starchy, but when you break it down, it's very smooth. Okay, so now we're just going to cut this into smaller pieces, just so that when we puree, it's much easier. We're going to place it in a bowl of water. That's to help the yautia and the plantains and the green bananas to keep it from oxidizing. Okay, now I have my green bananas and the plantain. Simply going to make slits kind of along that crease, the natural crease of the banana. Now I'm going to take a butter knife to help me pry that peel away from the banana itself. As you're peeling, make sure that you quickly get the banana into the water. We're going to do the same process with the green plantain. Much easier than the green bananas. Super clean. cut those into pieces as well, put them in the water. There are many different ways of doing alcapurria. Some people just do green banana. Some people do it out of yuca. Some add pumpkin to this, but this is kind of how my mom would do it. So I'm going to give these a quick rinse, and then we're going to puree these. Okay, so here I have my food processor. And if I had a larger one, I would do this in one batch. But because I have a smaller food process, I'm going to do it in 2 batches. So I'm going to take my green bananas, the plantain, and the yautia. So we're going to close this, and then we're going to pulse it at first, and then puree. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty much pureed. I have that really smooth consistency, almost like hummus, and that's what you want. Okay, so we're going to add this to another bowl, and then we'll do our second batch. Okay, so now that I have both batches broken down, now I can combine the two in the same processor, because now there's more room. And I just want to make sure that I get the right consistency, and to make sure that the banana, plantain, and yautia is pureed smooth, that there's no huge pieces. If you could smell this mixture, oh, it takes me back. Okay, so our mixture is done. Back into a bowl. This is what your mixture should look like, right? Nice and smooth. Okay, so here I have my annatto oil. And as you can see, that bright reddish orange, pouring it over a strainer to catch the seeds. The seeds have already done their job. All we want is the oil. Okay, so now we're just going to add that annatto oil, that yautia oil, to our mixture. And I'm adding about 1/3 to 1/2 cup, and that's going to color our mixture, as you can see. And then you can adjust it as you go along. If you feel that it needs more, you can certainly add more. So I'm kind of liking where this is at as I'm continuing to mix, incorporating that achiote oil throughout the masa. Make sure it's thoroughly incorporated. Okay, so now that the mixture is thoroughly combined, I'm going to throw this in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes. You can even do this overnight, but really 15 minutes just to get that mixture nice and settled and firm. And then we'll be ready to make our alcapurrias. Okay, so our masa has been in the refrigerator for about 15-20 minutes. It's stiffened up a little bit, and that's exactly what we want. The only thing I have to do now is season it. So you can use adobo, or you can just use salt, about 2 teaspoons of salt. I also have here the picadillo mixture. Now you've seen me do this on this channel numerous times. And so you can click the link in the description on how to make this picadillo. Seasoned ground beef with garlic, sofrito, adobo sazon, some tomato sauce. I like to put olives and capers because that's how my mom did it, right? And so this is our picadillo mixture. And so that's ready to go. Now all we want to do is assemble. I'm going to take this plantain leaf, this banana leaf, and I want to just add just a little bit of that achiote oil. That's going to help us to transition it into the fryer oil. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a nice tablespoon of that Alcapurria mixture. I would say about 1.5 tablespoons. I'm just going to flatten that out like so. Then we're going to take just 1 tablespoon of that beef mixture, that picadillo. And then basically what I want to do is I want to grab it in my hand. I'm going to add just a little bit of that masa on top just to enclose that meat mixture. And I simply want to just fold everything over, making sure that it's smooth, no cracks. Okay. And these you can pretty much shape as you want. If you want them a little skinny, narrow, or if you want just like this, it's totally fine. But this is how the shape that I know and I love. Look at that. That's beautiful. Next thing to do is to fry it. I'm adding a little bit of that masa, and if it begins to sizzle right away, then I know that my oil is ready. And then we're going to take our alcapurria and we're slowly going to add it to the oil. What I like to do is hit it with some more oil on top so that begins to cook as well. And then we're going to wait until we get deep dark brown along the sides. That's how we know when it's ready to flip. Okay, so you can see that along the sides, you get that nice dark brownish color. We're just going to flip it to the other side and let the other side cook for a couple minutes. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes. Now we're going to remove, place on a paper towel to drain, and then we're going to add our next one. Okay, so here we have homemade Alcapurrias. Look at those beauties. Now for the real test, the taste. Oh yeah, wow. The flavorful picadillo mixture combined with that masa, super delicious. Thanks for watching. If you really like this video, don't forget to like and share, and click that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all new content. And remember, food can look good, but if it doesn't taste good, then your cooking is in vain, so make it sabroso.